So I need to get a show of hands from everyone. How many of you are looking for a way to blow the socks off of your intuitor? Can you show of hands? Okay? How many of you want new results in your life right now? Not tomorrow, not next week, right now. Show of hands. Thank you. My name is Jamaal. I'm an author, a trainer, a speaker, a friend, and my presentation is on the many benefits of soft skills, tips, techniques, and tactics to improve your personal and professional life. So first and foremost, what I'd like to do is, before I start speaking, I like to look who's in the audience and connect with everyone's eyes. So I can connect with you, see what's going on, if you're having a bad day, if you're tired, if you're cranky, if you're irritable, if your seat's uncomfortable, and then I start speaking, right? So the first thing I like to do is take the time to thank everyone for coming here. You could be at home, you could be outside, it was beautiful, you could be in the park, you could be sleeping, but we're here, right? So I want to thank you for taking the time out of your day to come to this presentation. Thank you. Second thing I'd like to do is have everybody stand up. Put your bag down or yeah, asking for a lot, I know. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to raise your hands in the air like this, right? Then you're going to put your hand like this directly behind the person next to you. It's okay, they're not going to bite you. Okay? You too. Okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to pat each other in the back and say, thank you for coming. Okay, thank you. I definitely like to do that just because it's sometimes you get stuck in our own heads. Sometimes the person next to you looks like they're very angry, they're very nervous, they're very shaky, cranky. But it's good too because we're all sharing the same experience, and we all want to learn, we all want to go to the same place, so it's a lot more enjoyable. If we have fun, we get to know the person next to us, and we're comfortable. Does everybody agree? Yes? Okay. So, thanks for attending. What's in it for you? Why are we here? Not here for me, we're here for you. I'm here for you. So, what's in it for you? We're going to find out why people fail in job interviews. I've been this person, and I've definitely been this person. Okay? Second thing is, success starts with dressing to impress. So we're going to go through very basic ways of how to dress for an interview, how to dress for a meeting, what to wear, what not to wear. Okay? Third thing, the 3 most common communication types. And the number 1 is usually one that most people overlook. So we're going to touch on that. Lastly, the top 5 soft skills that employers look for in a candidate. And to be totally honest with you, it's very simple that most people complicate it. I don't know why. Very simple, but as humans, we have to complicate everything. So I'm going to give you that as well. My story. Is it okay if I share with you how I came to this position now? Is that okay? Okay. So, why am I doing this? I was very shy. I was an introvert. I didn't like networking. I actually used to really, I'd make excuses like I have to go to the bathroom and then just run out the door. And I was very frustrated with the results I was getting in my life. So then after university, what I actually did was I met a few people who were willing to show me a few things in regards to mentor me and help me learn about myself and challenge me to attend one meeting and a networking event. So I'd go with them, right, see what they do. And then I started to realize that, hey, I enjoy meeting people, I enjoy talking, I enjoy sharing my story, I enjoy learning about different people from different parts of the world and see how they got there and maybe how I can go there in return, right? And through my journey, one of the things I noticed that it wasn't exactly how much you knew. You can be a PhD and an astrophysicist and you have 25 years experience. Welcome.
Thank you.
It didn't matter. The one thing that mattered was who you knew. Who you knew led you to a job opportunity, it led you to a career opportunity, it led you to meet new people that you may have been looking for mentally, but you didn't know they were there. And once you met one person, the floodgates opened. So it's who you knew and what you knew determined how long you stayed in. So just like in any job position, it's who you know, and then what you know determines how long you last in that position. And once I heard that, I started to say, you know what, I'm going to meet as many people as I can. I'm going to talk to everybody. It doesn't matter from the lowest to the highest, I'll talk to everybody. And in my travels, I've learned that one of the key things is that we all have a story. We all have talents, we all have skills, we all have experiences, we all have wisdom, we all have knowledge, we all have many things. You can be an accountant, but he really likes to paint. Or you can be a painter, but he really likes to count it. It doesn't really matter. We all have shared experiences. So what I wanted to do was challenge myself to see where I can go and how I can help as many people as possible with what they're doing and share my story. So then I met a speaker by the name of Paul Toby. And Paul Toby introduced me to another gentleman. And then I went to a few seminars by Joe Bauer and Bob Proctor, and I met Patrick, and through Patrick I met Jim, and Jim's a good guy. We were laughing about Scooby-Doo earlier. So you never know where you're going to go in life. But my whole thing was sharing my story and helping others with some of the things that they're struggling, because I think I've been through a lot. I struggled a lot. I've suffered a lot. I had to dig deep and find myself. And it was in those moments of weakness where I figured out, I'm not doing this by myself. I have help, and it's my life passion to help others. So that's why I'm here. When it comes to job interviews, I've been to so many interviews I can't even count. And one of the things that I've learned in an interview is you have to make it fun. Whether you get the job or you don't get the job, you have to make it fun. It's a learning experience. And you're not a failure unless you don't try. So I'd rather try and fail than not try and be like, what if I could have, oh no, right? Nobody's smarter than you. Maybe they're just willing to try, put themselves out there, right? So that's my story. That's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm here. And when I leave today, I want everyone in this room to try at least one thing that we learned today. Is that doable? You agree? Okay. Rules. Rules are very simple. Rules were made to be
broken.
No. Rules were meant to be followed. I love that. The first rule, have fun. I think we're having fun so far. What do you think? Yeah? Okay. Number 2, participation. Participation. If you have a question, ask. Don't be shy. I'm not going to bite you. I may nibble a little bit. I have some salt and pepper in my bag, but other than that, feel free to ask. Energy. Life is about energy, right? If I was to be, I'll be sucking the energy out of the room, right? So I'll be professional at making you go to sleep. So energy is very important. You want to make sure you have good energy, you give good energy, and people can feel your energy. I take martial arts, and one of the things that we learn is that when you walk into a room, everybody should feel your presence. So that's one of the things I like to share. When you go to an interview, people should feel your presence. Even if you may have the language barrier, or you're not confident or experienced, still come with a positive attitude because you're learning. You're building your story. You're making your movie as you go along. Okay? Number 4, be positive. If you look at Jim, he's very positive. I've met a few people here, very positive. The fact that you're sitting here shows that you have a positive attitude. You're willing to learn. You're willing to try something new, right? Many people that I know would stay in the same position. I don't know why it's not working, and I don't know, right? I was like that until somebody had to slap me in the back of the head and say, hey, go out there and try something, and here I am, right? So we all have that. Positive energy gets you far. It takes a lot more energy to be negative than it does to be positive. That's actually a fact. Okay, so positive. Lastly, apply at least one thing you learned today. So we're all in agreement that we're going to apply at least one thing we learned today. Is that correct? Yes. All in agreement say aye.
Aye.
All in agreement say aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so for the next 30 seconds, we're going to turn to the person to our left or our right of us and just talk about what you learned so far. 1, 2, 3, go. Stop having fun. Okay, so does anybody want to share what they've noticed in regards to what they were sharing with each other? Anyone? Don't be shy. You can just spill it out. You don't have to raise your hand like going fast.
Being positive and having energy.
Yes? Being positive and having energy. Anyone else?
Having fun.
Having fun?
Job hunting is a fun experience because it's a learning experience.
Yes. Did everybody hear her response?
Not fun.
Making me want to stand up? Don't be shy. I'm going to call you out. Go ahead.
I'll say that job hunting need to remain fun because it's your learning experience,
Mm-hmm.
so you need to keep that fun.
Yes. So it is a learning experience. Have fun. Have fun. I'm having fun right now. Okay? Right? So you've got to have fun. So after you mix, thank you very much for your answers, by the way. Thank you. So the next step. What are soft skills? Soft skills are your personal attributes that affect your... No, we're full. No, I'm just kidding. Welcome. So your personal attributes that affect your job performance, that affect your career prospects, and also affect your interaction with others. So one of the things I like to do, I like to have fun, I like to be jokey, I like to talk to different people, and I like to have fun. So I said, hey, how can I plan a career around that? And that's training other people how to use what's natural to them, which is their soft skills, right? I come from an IT background, and a lot of people in IT are very analytical, they like to program, they're very angry, they're very stressed. So they say, I don't want to talk to this person, Jamaal, can you talk? So I go, okay. So then I'll go talk to the person, other person will say, hey, can you talk to the other person? And I go, okay, like a middleman, right? But it's all I'm using is my interaction with others, my experience. That increased my career prospects, and also increased my overall performance, right? So that's what your soft skills are. Your non-technical skills, your people skills. Examples of soft skills are communication skills, presentation skills, selling skills, interpersonal skills, influence skills, right? So it doesn't matter what industry or job that you're in the job of selling. Either you're selling an idea, you're selling a product, you're selling a service, you're selling a reason or why you should go on vacation, or someone's selling you something, right? And it all comes down to influence, persuasion, and communication. If you can focus on those three things, you can get yourself into and out of any situation you can think of. I used to be a troublemaker in high school, so I know, right? So influence is key. Now, the 3 most common communication types. You ready? Almost ready. Are you ready?
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. The number 1 communication type, body language. You can actually go somewhere not say a thing, and people can still see and feel what you're thinking or what you're going to do, right? Body language speaks volumes, right? Number 2 is voice tone. Just like I told you, when you're speaking, hello, my name is Jamaal, and I am here to say that I like soft skills, as opposed to, hello, my name is Jamaal. Oh my God, this is great. This guy is so boring. He's very stupid. He thinks he's cool. So it's your voice, your tonality. You get excited. It's like almost when you're speaking to a loved one. You wouldn't speak monotone. You laugh and talk. Oh my God, I can't believe she's wearing those shoes. Right? So you have fun. Right? Laugh. You can come inside. It's okay. It's only $10 a foot. So you want to have fun. So body language is number 1. You're going to stand upright. You're going to sit upright. You're going to smile. You're going to talk. Right? You're going to have a good time. You're not going to have your shoulders slumped. Stand upright, strong, tall. Be proud of who you are. Right? Number 3 is words and phrases. It's interesting because when people think communication, they think talking. Right? But communication is actually, the majority of it is body language. If you're at a networking event and somebody is sitting like this, do you think they want to network? No. If somebody is walking around saying hi to everybody, they want to network, right? So, words and phrases. Your words do matter, but it's mostly your voice and your body language. For example, I did not steal your iPad versus I did not steal your iPad. It's your voice, right? Your tones. I did not steal your iPad. But your car was a different story. Right? So it's not what you say, it's not what you say, it's
How you say it.
Okay, thank you. The top 3 reasons why you won't get hired. Now, this is very interesting because in the last 4.5 years, I've conducted about 400 face-to-face interviews. Okay? And I broke it down to the top 3 things. Here we go. Number 1, tardiness, also known as late, also known as the traffic, also known as my feet hurt, also known as I couldn't find the office, also known as I thought it was at 9, but it was really at 12, or 12 at 9. Also, my dog ate my car keys, and on and on, right? Whatever the reason is, if you're going to be late, call first and say, hey, I'm running late. We're human, right? I'm running late. I'm going to be 15 minutes late. Is that okay? The other person on the line has to understand. And if you don't call, and you end up at 1:15, your appointment is at 1, there's the door, right? So, targets, be on time, be prompt. Respect their time and they'll respect yours, right? Number 2, lack of research on the company you're applying for. One of my favorite questions was, tell me something about our company. The person who goes, Do you have desks? There's the door! So do your research and try to see where you can help. You know, oh, I noticed that you have 3 competitors in Toronto, and 2 of them are in Scarborough, but there's only 1 in Mississauga, and since the office in Mississauga, we have a lot more influence here, and I think that I can help you based on my skills, on and on, right? So, oh, that's interesting. Then you can have a spin-off conversation. You're adding value to yourself, as opposed to waiting for them to ask you questions, right? Number 3 is minimal eye contact. I had a conversation with somebody, an interview, at the University of Waterloo, and the gentleman was sitting down looking at the desk. So I'm talking to him, and he's answering me looking like this. Talking to him, he's looking at me like this. Talking, he's looking. I started, just do the interview. Hey! Right? You don't have to have a staring contest. You're not going to be like, hey, so how's it going? Right? But you want to give them eye contact and let them know that you're confident, right? Let them know that you're serious and that, you mean business. You look at them in their eyes right here. I usually like to look here. And if you're thinking, you can collect your thoughts, but still maintain good eye contact. Some people may get a little comfortable when you look at them, but in a job interview, they want to see that you're confident, right? Bonus. I know I told you 3, but here's the 4th. Fail to ask important questions. This is a tip that I've used to get many jobs, and I've hired people based on this one thing. When you go to a job interview, if 100 people go and you're one of the 100, the first thing you do after you sit down is you say this. I guarantee it works every time. You ready? Before we start this interview, can I ask you a question? The interview there goes like this. Upside down, right? The person's going to go, okay. You say, what type of candidate or what type of person is ideal for this position that I'm applying for, right? Then the person is going to say, okay, well, we're looking for a person who's on time, a person who's willing to work hard, a person who has management capabilities, a person who has a background in blah, 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 and they'll tell you, right? Then what you do is you construct the interview.
I love it.
I'm not saying you're going to lie. I'm just going to say, I'm just going to give you what you want. It makes so much sense. And the funniest thing is, the person who's interviewing me said, wow, I can tell you've done a lot of interviews before. Right? Because most people just sit down and they go, okay, ask me a question. Right? Just ask them right away, what are you looking for, right? Go ahead.
I learned someone else is not supposed to ask questions to the end and
Oh.
to ask something like that.
Mm-hmm. Whoa.
Because this was the interview.
Okay. Have you tried that?
I haven't tried.
Oh, okay. I tried it. Trust me, trust me. It's unless the person is so technical that no, that's actually question number 14, so we'll get to that, right? Otherwise, they'll usually ask you how you're doing, how's your day going, then get in the interview, right? And if you ask that question, they're gonna answer. You don't have to say it verbatim, but just say, I was just wondering, boom, right? Try it. Try it. The worst you can get is you won't get the job, right? But then there will be other jobs, right? But it works, right? So that's my gem. Does anybody have any other questions about what I just said? No? No? Okay, great. Whoa, forward. Whoa, lost here. Okay, so we're going to do dressing to impress. The key to your success. Interestingly enough, depending on the job that you're going for, the key is to be neat, right? No rips, no juice stains, no patty crumbs, no wrinkles. If you present yourself in a way that's neat, that's professional, you're good to go. One of the things I do is I just go on the company website. And just go, okay, hey, XYZ company is dressed like this, so I'm going to go in like that. That's why they have the website. So you can see what the company is about, right? So that's one thing. Wear clean or polished shoes. Polish your shoes. Most people who see you coming into an interview, the first thing they do is they go like this. Okay, you can sit down. No, I'm just kidding. No, but they look at your shoes. Particularly for men, they look at your shoes. For women, they look at your shoes. Women look at men's shoes. Right? So I'm telling you, they look at your shoes. They're not new, just give them a nice little polish, right? Number 2, iron your clothes. You don't want to have your shirt look like it just came out of your pocket. Right? So just iron it, right? It takes a little, 5 more minutes getting ready in the morning, okay? Number 3, wear dark colors. I like dark colors because A, it keeps the attention on your face and on your hands. Everything else going on, it gets too confusing, right? So you just keep it conservative. Navy blue, gray, black, dark color, brown, right, it's fall. It keeps the attention on your face, right, and not away from you. Be conservative in your dress code. No motorcycle jackets with tough guy on the back. If you have to think twice about it, don't do it. Just be conservative, right? You want to be professional as possible. Then when you get hired, then you can have the tough guy race jacket on, you know, jogging pants. No, I'm just kidding. But you want to be presentable, right? And I always say, just look at the website. The website shows you the actual company culture, right? And then you can follow along from there. Does anybody have any questions in regards to that? Go ahead.
Yeah, I got I have my clothes for interview, it's all black. And my boyfriend told me that it's too black and I should have maybe t-shirt, blue t-shirt or something, but just a detail, color detail and the rest black.
Okay.
I don't know, what do you think about it?
Did everybody hear what she asked?
Say,
Hearing yes and no. Okay, you might have to stand up again.
So
go
it's
ahead.
just a basic question. I have interview clothes already, but it's all black.
Yes.
And my boyfriend noticed that maybe bring some color in your t-shirt like
Yes.
that. Basic, no graphic, nothing but like blue t-shirt. Everything else black can be nice. I
Awesome.
don't know what do you think about
That's a
it?
great question. So everybody heard her? So she wants to go to an interview wearing all black, and her partner said maybe throw in a little white or something in there. The best thing to do is, if you want to wear all black, the inside shirt should be either white, cream, just throw in a different color, right? One of the things I learned in a sales training course, the psychology of colors, we went through it. Dark color on the outside, if you go to a networking event, and this is the material they said, by all means you can wear whatever you want, but they said, go to a networking event, more people will come talk to you, particularly if you wear a tie, if you wear a white shirt, so dark color suit, white shirt with a white tie. Right? And it's worked every time. White, and like I told you before, white on white with the dark, it attracts to your face. So psychologically, people will just, when they come to talk to you, they say, wow, you're dressed really nice. But I do it on purpose, right? Pink is the sales color. Does anybody know Mary Kay?
Yeah.
Pink, they use pink for a reason, that's the closing color. So you wear dark color, pink on the inside. This is just psychology, you can look it up online, Google it, right? Red is for emotion. So when they do like fundraising or elections, you notice they have black with the red tie, Republicans, right? Red is like the color of what? When you think of red, what do you think? Yeah, like love, anger. I won't be wearing a red tie around. But they say like red is for like love, right? So they use it a lot for charities, donations. When they get pledges, they wear red. The last is blue. On the news, blue tie, blue shirt, because it's the color of trust. They're giving you the news, they want you to trust them, so that's their model, right? So dress code is very interesting, but always try to be professional, and once again, bring the attention to your face. If I'm lost in your shirt, I'm going to say, that was a great interview shirt, I mean Tim, right? Because you're attracting all the attention away, so you want to keep it on your face and give as much of your personality as possible, okay? So once again, this is for men. There's different types. There's the sweater. Can everybody see this? It's kind of blurry, but I'll just give you the rundown. Sweater with the dress shirt underneath, black pants, black dress shoes, black shirt, black blazer. You can go with a tie or no tie. Once again, black pants, sweater zip up, dress shirt underneath. Summertime, short sleeve dress shirt with a blazer if you want. Pants, black shirt. So if you notice, the pants color is usually dark, and the shirts just alternate, right? So that's for men. Keep your hair cut. If you have long hair or beard, groom. Obviously brush your teeth, I don't have to tell you that. Minimal cologne. A lot of places are very sensitive about smell, so minimal cologne. And carry a briefcase or a portfolio bag or anything you carry, right? So this is just the corporate look. This is research, right? It's not my opinion, this is just what works, right? Next for women, once again, dark colored pants, sweater, button-up shirt, minimal jewelry, boots for the winter, or black heels, bag. As you can see, that they emphasize on blazers, right? And dress shirts. And then the pencil skirt, which is usually below the knee. So these are things that I studied, and I paid thousands of dollars to go to courses to learn these specific things. Now I'm not saying that to impress you, I'm just saying I'm that serious and that committed about learning these things. I want you to know this as well, right? So these are the things that help you get your foot into the door a little bit more, right? Any questions on this? Yeah?
What about the man is necessary to wearing tie?
Come again?
For the man, is it necessary to wearing tie?
No, it's not necessary. But what I was trying to say is, if you're not going to wear a tie, dress shirt, tuck it in, you know, just look professional. If it's a financial business or anything that has to do with you're meeting clients, then tie always works, right? It's better to be overdressed than underdressed, right? Okay, stay clean, stay groomed, and most important, be memorable. Okay? The top 5 soft skills employers look for in a candidate. So there's actually about 60 different soft skills, but that's just too overwhelming. So I broke it down to the top 5. Okay? Number 1, communicate effectively. Be honest, be straightforward, be direct. Listen. Listen. There's 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, right? And try to say all you can say. Try to say your entire message in less words. I usually say 10 words or less. It's very hard, but it's very effective, right? If, for example, somebody asks you, Jamaal, what's your opinion on this presentation? And I go, well, he started doing it like this, and then he started yelling, then he asked for us to stand up and pat the guy in the back, and I think he touched my lower back, it was weird. And then after that, he went into the, it's like all over the place, right? So 10 words or less, right? Less is more, okay? And communication is all about honesty, openness, and being direct. You don't have to be rude, be very straightforward, very direct, and your message will get across just fine, okay? When it comes to an interview, they're obviously going to ask you, tell me a story, or do you know what time when, or something like that. Be straightforward. Sometimes in the past, years ago, I went on too long and the guy was lost. Be direct, you know. A customer was very upset. I helped the customer by listening to the customer. I got him the products that he wanted. Then I mailed it to him. The customer was very happy. He gave me a testimonial. And every now and again, I talk to the customer about Christmas dinner and stuff like that, whatever it may be, right? But the point is, you give them what they need. You're straightforward. You're direct. Tell them a story. Summarize how your experience fits into that story. And then you move on. So this is communicate effectively. Number 2, commitment to the job. Are you committed? That's what they want to know. If you have to work an extra 5 hours, an extra 45 minutes, and then 50 minutes, if somebody leaves and you have to do their work, are you willing to do that? If you use this in your resume, or use examples of this in your job interview, this speaks volumes. Commitment, right? A lot of people say they're committed, but when they get the opportunity, right? My stomach hurts. So, commitment to the job. This is huge. Okay? Number 3, learn new tasks willingly. Are you able to start off here, but then if they need you over here, can you adapt quickly? And if you don't know, can you ask questions and learn quickly? Right? It's huge. The job may say, hey, it's entry level, but you don't know. That job can only be for 4 months until they need you up here and on and on and on, right? So if you're open-minded, you have a good attitude, you're very positive, you communicate that you're willing to learn new tasks willingly, it speaks volumes, right? I'm pretty sure a lot of people in here have had their own personal experiences. They've tried different things, some have failed, some have been successful, but you keep going because you're willing to learn new tasks, right? Why not use this in your interview? Why not use this in life, right?
Yeah, sorry, a little of ego. I was just wanted to say that I have far more strength in soft skills than in technical skills. Honestly, I don't have a really technical skills, so I'm trying to play on my soft skills to catch attention.
Well,
So
that's one of them that you can use.
Yeah.
That's
that
one of
I have that.
Yeah, yeah. You're willing to learn new tasks. I was in an IT field where I had to learn everything on the job. Go. So I was willing to learn new tasks. I asked different questions. People showed me how to do it. I recorded or wrote down how to do it, and then on I went. Right? And I went up and up and up. So learn new tasks willingly. Excellent interpersonal skills. 4. You're able to get along with everybody. You're not grumpy. You're not selfish. You're a team player. You're very positive, energetic, like my friend Jim. Jim is very positive. And some people may look at Jim and go, why is this guy so bad? Right? Why do you have a positive Jim? Right? But it speaks volumes. Even if you're having a bad day, the fact that I see Jim, he's having a bad day, he may make me feel better. Right? He doesn't know that, but that's the key, right? You're willing to be a team player. You're willing to ask questions. How are you doing? How are you really doing? Right? Is there anything I can help you with? What's your biggest challenge? Right? That's all part of being interpersonal. The key is personal. Right? You're not just smart. You're willing to explain things and help others. Right? And number 5 is leadership potential. So are you the type of person who wants to come into an organization and just stay in that cubicle or in that position for 15 years? Or do you want to help others? Right? Do you ask questions? Hey, I understand we've getting 30 calls about this. Maybe I can help because I've noticed that this worked. And maybe I can help downsize those calls and minimize them to 2. Oh, okay, yeah, that's great. Great, you know what? You actually should be a supervisor. Or you can be a manager. Or you can be a VP. Or you can be a CEO, right? Because it all starts with being a leader. And all leaders are readers. All leaders are readers. Everybody has a story, so go out and read theirs, right? And it's the only way that you get a competitive advantage if you're willing to learn new things, right? Leadership potential. I like this too, just because it's not just talk, you actually have to prove it, right? Actions speak louder than words. So lastly, I have a challenge. Is anybody willing to accept the challenge? Are there any leaders in this room? This is my book. It took me 2 years to write this book and about 15 years of journaling. Does everybody know what journaling is? So every day I would come home and I would write in a journal. Things that worked, things that didn't work, frustration, friends I've lost, people in my family who've died, places I've went to, poverty, having successes, everything. And eventually what I did was I started to reread the journal. And it became, hey, that worked, hey, that worked, hey, that worked, hey, that worked. And then somebody goes, you know what? You should write a book. And I go, yeah, whatever, that's fine. No, they go, seriously, you should write a book because you always help us. So write something and we'll buy it. And I go, okay. So it took me 2 years in my basement. 2 years of typing. No, it's horrible. No, I'm going to keep that. No. Why am I doing this? Oh, my computer died. I lost everything. I got to start all over again. Right? 2 painful years, but this is 16 to 17 years of experience all in about 100 pages. So it saves you time. It saves you heartache. It gives you advice, tips, techniques on how to, 1, generate customers for any business that you work at. But 2, if you don't like sales, how to keep the customers. Because a lot of people go, I need new sales, I need new sales, I need new sales, and their customers aren't being serviced. They leave and go somewhere else, right? So this is one of the things that I've actually wrote in this book. Now my challenge is, I'll wait till you ask a question. Give me 1 second. The first person here gets the book for free.